To start this video off, I'd like be open to the fact that this video is merely a slideshow with a text-to-speech voiceover that I'm making while I'm in the hospital, so if you're not okay with that, feel free to click off the video, and whoever is still interested in the topic will stay to learn about sociopaths. Thank you. To be a sociopath means to have antisocial personality disorder. The definition of APD is a disregard for the feelings of others, a lack of remorse or shame, manipulative behavior, unchecked egocentricity, and the ability to lie in order to achieve one's goals. To be a sociopath means to have antisocial personality disorder. The definition of APD is a disregard for the feelings of others, a lack of remorse or shame, manipulative behavior. Unchecked sociopaths can be dangerous at worst or simply difficult to deal with. It's important to know if you have found yourself with a sociopath, whether it's someone you work with or your companion. If you want to know how to spot a sociopath, then you have to pay careful attention to what the person says or does. Look for a lack of shame. Most sociopaths can commit vile actions and not feel the least bit of remorse, often physical abuse or the public humiliation of others. If the person is a true sociopath, then he or she will feel no remorse about hurting others, lying, manipulating people, or just acting in an unacceptable way. When a sociopath does something wrong, he or she is likely to accept none of the blame, blaming others instead. Sociopaths are willing to hurt whomever whenever if it means that they will achieve their goals. This is why many sociopaths tend to be highly successful people. However, keep in mind that, although many people think sociopaths hunt people for sport, this is often not true. They simply do as they please without caring about how it affects others. Sociopaths may be cruel to animals and will show absolutely no remorse for that, either. See if the person lies constantly. Sociopaths are perfectly comfortable going through their lives telling a series of lies. In fact, true sociopaths are uncomfortable when they are telling the truth. If they are caught lying, they will backpedal and continue to lie to cover it up. If they are on the verge of being caught lying in a major way, they may then confess everything wildly in order to maintain your loyalty. For example, they may promise to seek help and then never follow it through, or they may make changes for a short time and then return to their old ways. Sociopaths love to lie about their pasts, too, so look for inconsistencies in their stories. Also, pay attention if someone else, who is familiar with the sociopath's past, grossly disagrees with the sociopath's version of events or unknowingly discloses important information that the sociopath withheld. Some sociopaths will go to great lengths to make you believe their lies. For example, a sociopath may pretend to leave home to go to work every day even if they are unemployed. 6. Many sociopaths are delusional to the point where they believe that their lies are the truth. See if they are able to stay really calm in spite of their circumstances. A sociopath can experience an event that triggers high emotions in others without feeling any emotion themselves. Sociopaths don't register events in the same way as non-sociopaths, and may barely react in dangerous or scary situations. If they forget to act, they may respond to any good or bad news with a cold blank stare. If you find yourself flustered or panicked and the person you're with doesn't look perturbed, then he or she may not register an event as seriously as you do, and this may be a sign of impaired empathy on their part. Sociopaths lack the ability to empathize with emotions of others. Check to see if the person has ever seemed anxious or nervous, especially in situations that should naturally cause this behavior. Even though some people are more even-keeled than others, most people eventually display some form of anxiety. Also, consider if the person has ever responded with strong emotions in a situation where it seemed unwarranted. This could have been a fabricated/fake emotion, or it may have been part of a defense mechanism. Studies show that sociopaths do not display anxiety when shown images that would disturb others or when expecting to receive small electrical shocks. In those situations, non-sociopaths do register anxiety and fear. Consider if they are extremely charming and generous, at least at first. Sociopaths are adept at charming people and making grand, generous gestures because they know how to get what they want. Charming people know how to make people feel special, to ask people the right questions about themselves, and to generally be perceived as fun, likable, and interesting. Truly charming people possess the ability to charm almost anyone, from little kids to old ladies. If the person is incredibly charming and generous at first, while his or her later behavior scares or confuses you, then you may have a sociopath. The person might go out of their way to help strangers or be incredibly generous with people they hardly know. However, they might be the total opposite with family and close friends. You can think of sociopaths as con artists who always have a secret agenda. They need to know how to charm people in order to get what they want. To advance their goals, they first have to blend in with the crowd, which means they need to know how to smile, greet people, and make people feel comfortable. Although many sociopaths can be extremely charming, they harbor strong antisocial inclinations. They can be extremely charming, and then cold and distant. They are also not quite genuine in the interactions either. When someone has very polarized behavior, ranging from antisocial to extremely charming, it is a marker of disintegration in their psyche, and that is a red flag. It can also be an attempt to elicit rejection and wounding, to control others with. It is always accompanied with a lack of compassion or basic consideration of another's life. If it doesn't feel genuine from within them, it could very well be a person with sociopathic tendencies. Notice if the person is manipulative. Sociopaths understand human weakness and exploit it maximally. Once determined, they can manipulate individuals to do just about anything. Sociopaths prey on weak people and often stay away from people of equal strength to them. They look for people who are sad, insecure, or looking for a meaning in life because they know that these people are soft targets. In other words, a person with unmet needs is a person that can be more easily manipulated through those unmet needs. Check to see if the person is great at getting other people to do what he or she want. Sociopaths will slowly gain dominance and control over a person without the other person realizing it. Sociopaths like to be in control of every situation and are uncomfortable being around other people who are strong. They will often offer to do everything under the guise of being helpful, but actually they want to be in control of everything. They are always worried about being exposed. 12 When strong people are around, sociopaths are afraid of getting caught out. They will keep their distance and, from a distance, make small contact with the strong person, to see if they are noticed. However, sociopaths like to prey on the strongest people they can deceive, remain unseen, or exposed from. Once they feel exposed, they will play their trump cards, or get out, always using an excuse that doesn't make sense. They gain much of their dominance through psychological warfare, creating dependency in other person. Like venom, their game plan is to weaken people over time. They think that if they can remain unseen, they can stay out of harm's way. See if the person is completely comfortable deceiving people and blatantly telling lies to get what he or she wants. In the same way they have little to no empathy, their integrity will be low or deficient. However, onlookers may think this person has an excellent moral character. Look for them having instigated violence. As children, some sociopaths torture defenseless people and animals. This violence is always instigated, not defensive. They will create drama out of thin air, or twist what others say. They will often overreact strongly to minor or perceived offenses. If they are challenged or confronted about it, they will attempt to divert attention away from themselves, counting on the empathic person's empathy and consideration of people to protect them, as long as they can remain undetected. Their attempt to point the finger the other way is both a smokescreen to being detected and an attempt to confuse the situation. If you have the sense that, while the person is outwardly calm, he or she can snap and get violent at any moment, yet become calm again soon after, then he or she may be demonstrating sociopathic tendencies. This will be the end of part 1. Please let me know if you'd like a part 2, and the best way to do that is to like, and/or subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment. Thank you and have a good day.